what's up you guys? Geek here from Geek.en.Chic and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be the do's and don'ts of cosplay. For beginners though. This is to help you guys if you're just starting out or looking into cosplay and you're not really sure what to do. This is kind of the ground do's and don'ts that I thought of to help you guys with getting started. So number one, this is something big that I think everyone needs to know, and it's pick a character that you're comfortable with and that's age appropriate. So cosplaying a character that is age appropriate, this is me saying if you are 12, 13, 14, 15 even, almost 18 I'm even going to say, don't cosplay a character that is almost completely naked. Don't do it. Have some respect for yourself. You may have the most amazing body. You may be comfortable with who you are, but you may not feel comfortable in a huge public setting because conventions can be very packed. But on the plus side, choosing a character that you're comfortable cosplaying makes everything 100 times better. What I'm saying is when you go to a con and you're dressed up as Sheik from Legend of Zelda or Ash from League of Legends or Akali or whoever it is, if you dress up like them and you are having the time of your life, that's what's important. Do a character that you're comfortable with. If a character shows so much skin that you're not happy with it, you don't know if you're going to feel comfortable, don't do it. There's so many other alternate ways to cosplay that same character. If they have really short shorts and you don't want to show that, tights are your best friend. And I'm not saying like the opaque sheer tights. I am saying fully thick, like not transparent kind of tights. Those ones are going to save you. Trust me, perfect for winter cons as well. But choose a character that you're comfortable with. Because if you're comfortable, at the end of the day, you're going to have a lot more fun and you're going to have a more positive experience than someone who's dressing up as a character they're not comfortable in, trying to walk in high heels or whatever it is, and it's not going to be a good con experience. You want the best experience going to a con, so cosplay a character you feel comfortable. Don't break the bank! Now this is really, really important for all cosplayers, whether you're a beginner or a veteran in cosplay. Don't break the bank! Oh my god, I can't stress this enough. If you want to do a cosplay and it turns out that cosplay is going to be $700, don't do it. Cons can be very, very expensive. Whether it's transportation, food, everything. Anyway, they can be very, very expensive. Transportation can end up being about $30 if you're taking the train, and a taxi can even go to $40. Food at cons can end up being $20 for a sandwich this big and a small bottle of water. It's expensive, so don't break the bank, especially when it comes to making a cosplay. I'll do another video later on, but some quick tips not to break your bank is thrift stores. Thrift stores are your best friend in cosplay, whether it's getting a white button down, a small skirt. I bought the base of this dress from a thrift store. It was $6. That is amazing. Don't break your bank. Some tips for you are to budget. Whenever you're going to try and build a cosplay, make one yourself, or even buy your cosplay, budget. Make a chart. Say, I want to spend maybe $150 for the cosplay, but $50 for transportation, food, whatever. That's $200 right there. You may not think that's enough or a lot, but it is expensive, and that money will go out so fast, it's like it's burning a hole in your pocket. What I do personally for my cosplays is I give an estimate amount. I say I'm going to spend $200 on this cosplay, and then I go through and I budget how much everything is going to be. And if I already have something, use it. That is the best thing to do for cosplayers, is use clothes that you already have in your closet that you may not have touched since last October. Going back into characters, do get reference photos. A lot of people, they see all these cosplayers online printing out sheets, printing out whatever. Get your references, because this is going to be the difference between you being happy with your cosplay and then looking at a really blurred background image from an anime or a manga and going, I think that's my character. Don't do it. Get your references. References are your savior. They're the difference that shows that, like, oh, well, a white spot is here and not here, or that character has blue eyes and not purple, which is what I thought. Definitely get your references. References are so important. I really can't stress this enough. References assure that you will be getting your character as perfect as possible, and it just makes you so much happier because it helps guide you through the creation process. It can be very complicated trying to figure out, what am I going to do? All these questions are perfectly solved if you have your references. 4. In cosplay, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of patience. It's a lot of time management. But the most important thing is don't give up. A lot of people get very disgruntled when something doesn't work out right. Something isn't sewn well. It's falling off. It's not looking the right color. Don't give up. And I want to stress this so much is because cosplay is an art. You don't wake up one morning and suddenly can paint the Mona Lisa. No. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes patience. So when you're cosplaying, don't give up. Don't look at your cosplay and say, well, that seam's not in the right spot, or that color is too pink and it's not red, and I don't know what I'm doing. These questions will come up and these concerns will happen. Just don't give up, because in the end, you keep working on that, it's going to come out 100 times better than you starting from scratch. But even starting from scratch may even be a good thing. Do your research. So, I hate to say that cosplay is like a big research project where at the end of the year you gotta write a whole essay and send in to your professor, but it's kind of like a giant research project. You gotta look for information. If you want to get a character, like you want to do Bowsette for instance, you have to get 10 to 20 different photo references, and that's not just full-on shot like this. It's from the side, it's from a 3/4 view, it's from the back, it's from anywhere, because you want your cosplay looking the best. But the research isn't just going and get your character references. It includes budgeting. It includes looking on Amazon and seeing, oh, well, I can get this wig for $40. Well, go look at another website. Go look at Eva Hair, Wig is Fashion, Arda Wigs. Look at these websites. While their wigs are expensive, they are very well made. They're high quality and they're made for cosplayers. So do your research, because at the end of the day, you want to make something that's amazing, but you want to do it with money still in your pocket. So I saw things like these at Party City. They were maybe $12. I bought these for $6 on Amazon and they came in 2 days. Foam, a big foam sheet, $10. If I got it from the craft store, maybe it would have been cheaper, maybe it would have been more. You want to do your research so you can save the most amount of money, because who knows? On your way to con, something might break, something might go wrong, and having money as backup is always a great thing. But if you do your research, it also helps prevent things like this. Instead of buying horns from Etsy, you can make your own. And you can go to a con, and when everyone's coming up to you being, oh, your cosplay is so cool, how did you do this, how do you do that? You can proudly look at them in the face and say, I made these horns. It is something amazing, and it's a great feeling. Rolling in from the, I made these kind of idea, don't take credit for something you didn't make. If you bought a cosplay online, say you bought it. If you bought horns from someone in, I don't know, Wisconsin, who makes and crafts horns as their job, you commissioned them to make something, say it. Tell people. Get the name out there, because not only are you telling people that you're into cosplay and you're looking into these things, you're also helping the person you commissioned, because cosplay is a small business. And we all thrive on each other. But if you take credit for something that you didn't make, it's not helping anyone. Because, listen, You may think that cosplay is amazing, that you bought it from whatever store on like the far depths of the internet and it looks amazing. I guarantee you at least 50 other people know you bought that cosplay. And I know 50 other people have that same cosplay. So if you go around saying that you made something that you didn't make, it just makes you look bad. Don't do it. Be honest when you're talking to other cosplayers, because if you don't know how to make something, odds are 10 other people that you just talked to know how to make it. Talk to people. Don't take credit for something you didn't make, because it's going to bite you in the butt later on. Trust me, be honest, be truthful, and it makes you feel better at the end of the day. And my last tip here is don't compare yourselves to other cosplayers. You may think, oh, well, I don't want to compare myself to someone else. Or, you know, that's pretty obvious. It's really not. When you get into the community, when you look at other cosplayers and I made this, I guarantee you when I go to con, I'm going to look at other people and be like, oh, she used magnets in her horns, or she made that dress with whatever fabric. I wish I did that. Don't compare yourself. Because each and every single cosplayer has their own way of how they got to where they are today. Not every cosplayer has the same background, the same money situation. Just no two cosplayers are alike. So don't look at that other person and say, I wish I was you. I wish I could work as hard as you. You do work as hard as them. You may even work harder than them, because breaking into something new, a new hobby, it's really hard. You know nothing. So that's why what I'm saying is just be patient with yourself and look at what you're doing. Take a step back and look at your work and say, I've done a great job. Because you have. You know how hard it is to suddenly decide, I'm going to buy a sewing machine and I'm going to learn how to sew? Not everyone does that. Cosplayers are the craziest people you're ever going to meet. Because I'm starting sewing, that person's a foam smith, that person works with leather. We are all crazy people, but we're in the same boat together. And you may be looking at someone who's been cosplaying for maybe 15, 20 years. You don't have that experience yet. You will get that experience, though, through cosplay. So don't compare yourself to other people. You can look at them and say, I want to do just as good as you, and make that a goal. But don't look at yourself and belittle who you are, because you're an amazing person and you are getting there. You are going to be a great cosplayer. You just don't know it yet. So just to sum up everything here, the cosplay community is a lot of work. But it's not without payoff. It is one of the most welcoming, fun communities that I personally have ever been in. But it's a lot of hard work to get there. It's not just buying a cosplay. It's not just buying a cosplay to be in the cosplay community. It is having the strength and courage within yourself to say, I'm going to a con, or I'm going to make an Instagram, or I'm going to do all this, and putting yourself out there. It is an amazing community, and I personally here right now as Geek.en.Chic welcome you to the cosplay community. Well, thank you guys so much for watching my do's and don'ts for beginners. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, or hit the bell in the corner to be reminded when I upload my next video. I'd love to hear back from you guys. You can follow me on my Instagram, which I'll put like a little picture right here. Well, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Geek from Geek.en.Chic, and this is me geeking out. See ya!